Cunningham piano. I'm Hugh Sung, and welcome to our virtual showroom where we have an opportunity to bring the showroom to you, to explore pianos and to answer questions. This is a live stream, so if any of you happen to be watching, feel free to jump in and send us a question or comment. We'd love to hear from you. So anyway, I'm here with one of Cunningham Piano's most beloved piano technicians, Nestor. Nestor, thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure.
Now, Nestor is obviously, he's tuning a piano, and I want to talk a little bit about why pianos need to be tuned.
Because piano has many strings, and strings are flexible.
You can see inside the piano here,
yes,
each of these keys have, some of them have 3 strings for each key. Others on the lower end have 2. But why do pianos have 3 strings? Why are there 3 strings for every key?
Because the unison 3 strings sounds, when you tune it perfectly, sounds much better than 1 or 2. Much richer.
It gives a richer sound.
That's why the unisons, even the people voice, when we have a unison 3 voices, it sounds very, very rich.
It's a little bit like a chorus, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's like having lots of people singing together instead of just 1 or 2. The more voices you have, the richer the sound, like an orchestra.
Yes.
So the more violins you have, the richer that sound. The piano is like a built-in orchestra, isn't it?
Exactly.
Wow.
And the piano has many strings, at least 225 strings.
225 strings?
Every string are flexible, very flexible, and stretchable. From playing, strings stretch and go lower. That's
so the playing will actually change the tension of the string.
The playing and the weather. The condition weather is very effective on piano. When the season change, everything is changed, and the piano has to be tuned. That's why piano has to be tuned at least twice a year.
When are the best times to tune a piano?
The transition time. After the winter time for summertime. After summertime for winter time.
So this is actually the perfect time to get your piano tuned, isn't it?
Exactly.
So hopefully you can see the phone number right below, 1-800-394-1117. Give us a call and have Nestor come out to make your piano sound perfect. So Nestor, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Wonderful.
I came to the United States 23 years ago.
Wow, wonderful. And
God bless America.
Yeah, there you go. And have you been a piano technician all your life?
Many years. I started to do tuning when I was 17, 18 years old in college. With my professor, I did tuning 80 instruments string band for concert, and then many more years experience, and this is my love every day.
Why do you love tuning the piano?
Because piano became a much better sound after the tuning. Many times some older pianos has bad strings.
What do you mean by a bad string?
Bad strings, it means the one single string has a false beat, vibration.
So the string itself can also have problems, and it's structural problems.
It's like in a car, the bad parts has to be replaced.
The strings can be replaced too, right?
Yes, the strings can be replaced, and many other parts in action also can be replaced, especially hammers. When the hammer hit the string, it created the sound. That's why every parts can be replaced, can be fixed, and to make a better sound.
No, wonderful. Now, so just to explain something, in case folks don't know, when you push a key, each of these keys, and here you go, is throwing a hammer out which strikes the string. And that's what he's referring to. And on top of each of those hammers is a piece of felt. That's also something that needs to be maintained, right?
Yes.
So what are some ways that you take care of the felt?
The hammer has a felt, and that point on the top hit the strings many times. When people play, musician, it thousands times hit the string. That's why the felt shrink little by little, micrometer. But
it gets compressed in.
And then compress that felt, and felt became a very hard, like piece of wood.
And so it gives a hard sound, doesn't it?
Exactly. The creative metallic sound. Very bright, sometimes too bright. That's why when I do voice in piano, I can change the voice piano. I do by requesting the customers, because someone play jazz, some play classic music. That's why I do voice in piano for people who play classic. It's a different kind of...
so you can actually customize how soft you make the hammers, depending on the kind of music they play.
Yes, exactly.
How interesting, wow.
And then every pianist supposed to have voicing in 5-6 years.
Every 5-6 years?
Every 5-6 years. Someone sooner, because people play more. When people play more, piano became brighter, much faster.
Hi Chuck, I'm seeing some folks. Hello Miss, thank you so much. Hey Christopher, thank you so much for your comments, really appreciate it. I wanted to ask another question. I wanted to ask you, so you recommend having a piano tuned twice a year when the seasons change?
At least twice a year.
And is there a way, because I think some pianos go out of tune faster than others. Is there a way of keeping a piano in tune longer?
Yes, we have a special system they call damp chaser.
A damp chaser.
I call this climate control.
Can you describe what a damp chaser climate control system is?
The system attached to the piano, grand piano, underneath, under the soundboard, which is that system keep the whole wood in pin block, bridges, soundboard.
The soundboard is a very thin piece of wood under the string.
Over here, the bridge and soundboard
that
under
actually
the piano.
acts like the piano's basically speaker system. It's like a piano.
Yes,
speaker.
exactly. And the pin block, which is pin goes through the metal plate to the pin block under the metal plate, and that pin block is very important for tuning. When pin block is good, the piano hold tuning longer time. But the system, climate control, very helpful for tuning, because the piano stay in tune much more longer than without that system.
Keeping the humidity level consistent
Exactly.
is a big factor for preventing the wood from going up and swelling and drying. So that I guess the wood moves a lot if there are changes in humidity, like in a home with air conditioning, heating system.
Yes, the humidity goes up and down, lower and higher. And that's why that system keep even, which is very important for any kind of piano, to keep even temperature and even same humidity all the time.
So how does the system work? Let's describe what a damp chaser system is.
The damp chaser has 2 heater bars, has a water tank under the piano, with the smart heater bar inside and the pads on the top.
Now the pads are actually on top of the heater bars to prevent you from cooking your piano. You don't want to burn that soundboard, right?
And the indicator on left side,
an indicator
here under the keypad, indicator which has a green, yellow and red light. Green light, it shows you everything is good. The yellow light, blinking yellow light, shows you when piano has to be watery. You have to fill up the system with water.
There's like a little tube that sticks out of the side.
A plastic tube under the piano you have to take out, and special water can. Water treatment, also the treatment for damp chaser. And you fill up with that water can. And the red light on the right side shows you when the damp chaser need a service.
Maybe to have the pad replaced.
Change the pad replacement or something else. That's why it has 3 lights.
So it really does 3 things, doesn't it? It adds moisture to the piano, It also gently heats the piano to remove moisture as needed, and it'll shut itself off. It's an intelligent system that can keep the piano at a consistent, optimal humidity level, which is a huge factor, not only in keeping the piano in tune longer, but also to keep the piano from being damaged, because another thing that happens a lot of times with older pianos.
When piano is too dry, or piano stay real close to the heater, to the radiator, many times the soundboard has a crack.
The big piece of wood underneath the strings.
Yeah, the big piece of wood under the strings, the soundboard, which creates the sound, and has from dry air has a crack, which that damage is really bad for the piano.
Right. And so it will help to prevent. That's one of the most expensive repairs for a piano, by the way. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to see if anybody else there has any questions. I'm going to see. We can take a look at my comments section. Okay, good. Bill's asking, I have a dam chaser system installed on my Cunningham vertical. Oh, he's just basically saying, I highly recommend one. I believe that it helps stabilize tone in addition to protecting the piano. Bill, thank you so much for sharing that testimonial. So, you know, it's interesting because I visit a lot of schools and universities as the director of institutional solutions. And many schools I see, the ones that really take care of their pianos, they have dam chasers installed in every instrument.
Yes.
Because they want to protect their investment, especially when they have a large fleet. They don't want pianos breaking too soon. They really want to keep the life of their piano as long as possible. You know?
Yeah, it protects pianos much longer.
Yeah.
It's keep live pianos many more years.
And we were talking a little bit about your work with voicing, but I don't know if most people know this, but there are more parts in a piano than there are in a car. So that's a lot of, and about 6,000 of those are moving parts. I mean, every single one of these keys is a machine. And then there's a lot of moving parts in there.
Yes.
And you're more than just a tuner. I don't want to say just a tuner. You do more than just tune pianos, but you were talking about voicing, but you also help maintain the machine.
Action regulation, action adjustment, and especially the voicing piano, which I can change the voice piano. I can make it softer, warmer, especially for classic music. People who play classic, they always asking me to do piano warmer
sound,
softener, because many times from that humidity, from hot air, piano became too bright, very bright, or metallic sound.
And you can also adjust the way the keys feel, the action, right?
Yes, I can do action regulation. I can make a touch very accurate, which is very important for children. Especially for children, because children also like good sound, nice sound, and very good touch.
They're much more sensitive than adults are.
Exactly, because the hands is smaller than our, and they need a really good touch. When they touch the key, the answer is supposed to be immediately, right away. That's what I'm doing.
So I just wanted to see this. If anybody has any questions, that's what's so cool about this virtual showroom. This is your opportunity to ask Nestor any questions, ask me any questions. Of course, we have our 800 number down below, 1-800-394-1117. If you'd like to have Nestor scheduled to come take care of your piano to make it sound perfect. I also want to make a little mention of the fact that we're doing all we can to keep the showroom spotless and clean. We are wiping down all the keyboards. We have these two pianos we're working on right now, but as soon as we're done, we're going to disinfect the keys, close the keyboard cover, and if you come to our showroom, all the keys, all the pianos are closed until we demonstrate them, and we're being very diligent about wiping down all the keyboards. The showroom, both here in King of Prussia and in Cherry Hill, both of our showrooms are locked. The doors are closed. So if you want to come visit, give us a call at the number below, 1-800-394-1117, and we can schedule one-on-one appointments. This is intentional. We don't want people randomly coming in where we can't control the disinfectant level and make sure that all the pianos are perfectly clean to keep everybody safe during this challenging time. So So I want to make everybody aware of that. You can call the number to schedule an individual appointment, and we'll do everything we can to make you safe and comfortable and to experience some of our amazing pianos. But in the meantime, does anybody have any questions? Let me see if I have any questions for Nestor here. Oh, here you go. David asks, does air conditioning damage a piano?
No.
It doesn't. Why does the air conditioning not damage a piano and heat does? Can you answer that? That's a very interesting answer.
Heat also doesn't damage, but it damages when a piano stays too close to the radiator, to the heater, or heater under the piano blows straight to the piano. When piano is far away from heater, then it is not that much effective on piano. When piano really close to the radiator, or heater under the piano, or heater from the ceiling blows straight to the piano, then the piano has a damage.
But air conditioning is okay?
Air conditioning is okay. Also, it shouldn't stay on the top, on the air conditioner directly.
Yeah. So if I have this piano next to a window with an air conditioner right on the window,
next to the window also bad, because the sun shining effect when it burn the piano, then ruin the refinishing and make pin block. It's too dry and pins squeaky, like need oil.
We don't oil it. That's a great question. But air conditioning generally is safer than heater close to a piano.
Yeah, the same temperature in house, very important for any kind of piano.
I see. So it's the big changes in temperature that can cause a piano to go out of tune faster, and that can introduce potentially more serious damage to the piano.
Yeah, that's why in churches very bad pianos and schools, because all week in church it is cold. Then in winter time. Then Sunday in morning they turn on the the heater, and that temperature up and down, or actually ruin the piano.
And that's why a damp chaser, especially for the church or house of worship, that would be very, very helpful.
Very helpful.
Especially for schools too.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any other comments or questions. Thank you so much, David. That was a great question. I think we're pretty much done. I don't think there's anybody else asking any more questions. But anyway, we're going to try to do this on a regular basis. This is a kind of an experiment for us, doing this virtual showroom and open up the opportunity for you to kind of visit us virtually so that we can help you learn more about the piano, take care of your piano, or even help you get a piano. We'll be covering all different instruments through this semi-regular live streaming show. So if you have any questions or some suggestions for future visits, please let us know. Okay, again, give us a call, 1-800-394-1117 if you'd like to come for a private visit, or if you'd like to have our beloved Nestor come and make your piano sound perfect. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to close out by letting Nestor finish his job. And
thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.